on a cold and chilly Saturday afternoon on Easter weekend here in Elliotsburg, Perry County, Pennsylvania. It is now time for the 2023 Perry County Baseball Championship game between the West Perry Mustangs and the Newport Buffaloes here at West Perry High School. Hello everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County Baseball, as we are set and ready to go for the Perry County Championship game in baseball. This tournament started in 1971 when the West Perry Mustangs won it. Now here we are, West Perry is looking for their 18th Perry County Championship and their second one in as many years. Newport Buffaloes has 3 championships overall. They won it in 2021, then 2005, and the first one was way back in 1992. West Perry beat the Greenwood Wildcats by score of 14-4 in 5 innings, and the Newport Buffaloes went the distance with the Susquehanna Blackhawks, and the Buffaloes were victorious against Susquehanna by a score of 8-2. We are underway here at West Perry High School as Brady Kane is the leadoff batter for the Newport Buffaloes here in the first inning. And Cole Brown, he got the start in the semifinal against Greenwood. And here's the line drive, and that is a base hit up the right field. And Brady Kane, the senior Shippensburg University commit, and he has a leadoff base hit. Here's the starting lineup for the Newport Buffaloes. Brady Kane, the shortstop, got the leadoff hit. Here's Lexi DeCiclio, the Newport center fielder. Batting third will be the first baseman, number 25, Zach Bates. Batting fourth will be the second baseman, number 22, Perry Wright. Batting fifth will be the catcher, number 21, Joe Davis. Batting sixth will be the third baseman, number 44, Ryder Wands. 1-0 count to DeCiclio here. Batting seventh will be the designated hitter, number 6, Aiden Dishman. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, number 3, Michael Clever. And batting ninth will be the left fielder, number 1, Ruben Moreno. Dishman is the designated hitter, and he will be hitting for the pitcher for Newport, number 14, Aiden Banks. 1-0 count here to Lexi DeCiclio. Cole Brown getting the start. He pitched 4 innings in the semifinal victory against Greenwood. And Cole Brown getting the start here again, his second start of the game of the day. 1 ball, 1 strike count here to Lexi DeCiclio. And Brady Kane, one of the best hitters and also one of the best pitchers in Perry County baseball. Already with a leadoff base hit. He's at first base. Just getting started here for the Perry County Championship. And we actually forgot to put our scoreboard on here, my mistake, so we'll make that a little bit bigger. I think that's one of our new features this year. Our new virtual scoreboard. We can also put other graphics in here, but we just keep it to the scoreboard for now. One of our new devices that allows us to do so. There's a swing, and this guy get fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to DeCiclio. Defensive alignment for the West Perry Mustangs. The pitcher is Cole Brown. The catcher is Josiah Twig. First baseman is Braden McKeever. Second baseman is Austin Lyons. Third baseman is Quentin Ogden. The shortstop is Mason Stano. The left fielder is Jordy Ogden. Center fielder is Tanner Sigler. And the right fielder is Bryce Smith. This is one thing that Cole Brown does very frequently here, when he has a runner on so early in the game, but he loves to turn over and try to get the runners tagging and never throw over. Nothing doing again. West Perry has won 17 Perry County Championships in the history of this tournament, the most out of any Perry County school. The second most is Susquehanna with 8. And runners going, and Brady Kane has a stolen base. The ball got away, but it doesn't really matter. It's a stolen base for Brady Kane. And that is ball 2 to DeGiglio. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. And we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel for 2023 Perry County Baseball Championship game. Here's the next pitch, and grounded and hit hard and through the left field for a base hit. And the Newport Buffaloes is going to get on the board first and still going to second. Out at second base. DeGiglio gets a base hit, but caught trying to extend it to a double. So it's an RBI single for him. And caught advancing, trying to make it a double. And Kane scores. It's a 1-0 lead for the Buffaloes early on in this game. For the first time today, the West Perry Mustangs are behind in the scoreboard. 1 out, bases are now empty. Back-to-back base hits. And here is Zach Bates. Zach Bates looking at ball 1. Cole Brown did get the start. He pitched 4 innings against Greenwood. Not a very high pitch count, so that is why he is still the pitcher here in game 2 of the day for him. And here's a high swing, and this is going to be popped out to center field. This is like a major league pop-out, and it's not going to be caught by Tanner Sigler. There are 3 Mustangs around him: Austin Lyons, Mason Sano, and Tanner Sigler. Not one of them can get onto it. And officially, it's going to be ruled a double. Nobody touched it. And it's a double here for Zach Bates. Early trouble here for the Mustangs. And up next here is Perry Wright, number 22, the second baseman for the Buffaloes. And big swing and a miss from Wright. Misses. The West Perry Mustangs now coming to this game after a win against Greenwood. The Mustangs are now 3-3 overall. Trying to get back to a winning record with a win here right now in the Perry County Championship game. The Newport Buffaloes are currently unbeaten at 6-0. All 6 games that Newport has had were against Tri-Valley League opponents. Of course, the semifinal against Susquehanna Tri-Valley League matchup did not count towards the league standings. And Newport Buffaloes are 5-0 in a Tri-Valley League competition. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Perry Wright. This has been a huge season so far for the Newport Buffaloes, and they look to keep it going. Already up 1-0 against the defending champion West Perry Mustangs. Who does this Newport team remind you of? For me, that's got to be the Greenwood basketball team. The boys basketball team at Greenwood, they have a fantastic season. Got a surprising loss in the first round of the state basketball tournament. They made it to the District 3 championship game at the Giant Center. And Newport Buffalo baseball is pretty much doing the same run that Greenwood basketball did this past winter. 2 balls and a strike now to Perry Wright. Before today, Newport had a big win on Thursday on the road at St. Joseph's Catholic Academy by a score of 13-5. And that ball goes in and out of the dugout. And it's foul ball, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Perry Wright. Greenwood facing Susquehanna in the third place consolation game. Here comes the full count pitch from Cole Brown, and it's chopped at the plate, grounded by Mason Sano. Throw to first to McKeever is in time, and that's out number 2. Zach Bates does go over to third on the play. So a second potential run is on third base with 2 outs, and here's Joe Davis. Joe Davis, the Newport catcher, and he swings at the first pitch and hits it out to left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Run is going to come across the score, and it's a 2-0 lead. Joe Davis with an RBI single. So up next here is Ryder Wands, the Newport third baseman, wearing number 44. And 2 outs, a 2-out RBI single from Joe Davis. Makes it a 2-0 lead for the Buffaloes. And here is a first pitch strike to Wands. And here's the next pitch, and line drive, base hit. Goes over the leaping effort of Quentin Ogden. And back-to-back base hits with 2 outs for the Buffaloes. So the 7th batter of the inning is coming up, but before that, Jeff Sano, the head coach for West Perry, is coming out to talk with the infielders, saying, "Hey, West Perry did have a couple of big innings on defense against Greenwood, and West Perry had a couple of big innings of their own, but here they still have yet to have an at-bat for West Perry, and they're already behind 2-0 with 2 more runners on base." In the first inning against Greenwood, West Perry almost got a 1-2-3 inning, but a base hit with 2 outs spoiled that, so it was a quick first inning regardless. And here in the championship game, it's a whole different story. So here's Aiden Dishman. He had a couple of RBIs in the win against Susquehanna. And slow breaking ball in there for a call, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch to Dishman. Slow breaking ball again and called strike 2. Just a gorgeous day here. A little bit on the chilly side for our weather forecast, thanks to our friends from ABC 27 Weather Center. A little overcast sky, but it's still beautiful. The sun is out. And game time temperature is 54 degrees at game time. Happy Easter weekend, everybody. Hope everyone has big plans for Easter Sunday tomorrow. And here's the line drive. That's going to go out to center field for a base hit. Newport's going to keep it going and rounding third. And that will not be in time. Joe Davis scores from second, and it's now a 3-0 ball game. Good throw there for Tennessee to get to the plate, but it's not in time. And it's an RBI single for Aiden Dishman. Ryder Wands goes over to second on the hit. And here is Michael Clever. Michael Clever swings and fouls it off for strike 1. Big start here for the Newport Buffaloes. Already up 3-0 here in this one. West Perry would definitely have their work cut out for them in this game if this kind of performance keeps up. And here's a dive from McKeever going to the pitch and covering. Nice play to end the inning. 8 batters for the Buffaloes come up to bat, and 3 of them come across the score. And it's a 3-0 ball game after the first half of the inning. We'll be back for the bottom of the first inning. West Perry calling up the bat for the first time in this championship game. We are back here now, getting set for the bottom of the first inning. Newport Buffalo is a strong start for them in the first inning. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, leaving 2 runners on base. And so here is the starting lineup for the West Perry Mustangs. Batting first will be the shortstop, number 1, Mason Sano. Batting second will be the catcher, number 5, Josiah Twig. Batting third will be the pitcher, number 9, Cole Brown. Batting fourth will be the third baseman, number 23, Quentin Ogden. Batting fifth will be the right fielder, number 13, Bryce Smith. Batting sixth will be the second baseman, number 17, Austin Lyons. Batting seventh will be the first baseman, number 8, Braden McKeever. Batting eighth will be the left fielder slash designated hitter, number 3, Jordy Ogden. And batting ninth is the center fielder, number 2, Tanner Sigler. The starting pitcher for Newport is Aiden Banks. And Banks will look to keep the score where it is. A big first inning for the Buffaloes on offense. Now it's the Mustangs' turn. See what they can do here. Down by 3 early on, and it's the first pitch strike to Mason Sano. Sano got on base a few times in the win against Greenwood. Not a great hitting percentage, batting average for Mason Sano so far this year, unlike last year when Mason Sano a year ago as a freshman led the team and was in the top 5 of District 3 in batting average, hitting well over 500. Here's a line drive caught by Brady Kane at shortstop, and there's the first out of the inning. Line drive to the shortstop. Good contact by right to Brady Kane, the Shippensburg University commit. And here is Josiah Twig. Josiah Twig, the catcher, and here's the first pitch to him, and it's in the dirt for ball 1. Newport is looking for their 4th Perry County Championship in program history. Their first since 2021, when that Perry County tournament was all over the place. We started off that year with West Prairie versus Susquehanna in the semifinal, but due to a COVID-19 outbreak, the Newport and Greenwood semifinal was postponed till halfway towards the season. And that game happened, and then due to more COVID-19 and some weather delays, some postponements for COVID and some weather, the championship game between West Prairie and Newport that year was the last game of the year for the West Prairie Mustangs. Newport went on to the District 3 championships that year. I don't think they made it to the District 3 championship game that year. Here's 3 balls and 1 strike to Josiah Twig. And the 3-1 pitch, upstairs, ball 4. So West Prairie has their first base runner with a 1-out walk for Josiah Twig. And up next here is Cole Brown. Cole Brown, the starting pitcher for the second straight game today. He got the start on the mound in the semifinal against Greenwood. This ball gets away, and Josiah Twig is going to go over to second easily on a wild pitch. That's another thing that West Prairie did not have to deal with so much. Wild pitches was not an issue for the Greenwood Wildcats. And because of that, West Prairie had a season-high 7 stolen bases in the win against Greenwood. Cole Brown facing a 1-0 count. Here's the next pitch, and just inside for ball 2. Cole Brown looking to help his own cause after a bad first inning on the mound, and they're looking to bunt there, but he pulls it back at strike 1. Our umpires for today's championship game calling balls and strikes behind home plate. Swing and a miss there. That ball got off of, I guess it was foul tip. It caught the home plate umpire. Our umpires for today's game, as I was saying, for our championship game, Jason Nace is calling balls and strikes behind home plate, and calling out the bases is Mike Whitehead. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Cole Brown. And the 2-2, swing, foul back. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the next pitch, and swung on, grounded by Brady Kane. Thought about going for third for a second, but he says he decides to take the easy out at first, and there are 2 away now. Josiah Twig goes over to third, and 2 away now. Cole Brown put down on a 6-3 putout. Up next here is Quentin Ogden. He has been struggling at the plate as of late. He had a couple of walks in the win against Greenwood in the semifinals. And here he has the chance to get the Mustangs on the board, and there's strike 1. Quentin Ogden, a senior third baseman, big time power. And he could make this a 1-run game with 1 swing. And there is ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ogden. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that gets away. Here comes the runner from third. Josiah Twig will score on a wild pitch, and it's a 3-1 ball game now. 2 balls and a strike to Quentin Ogden, and on a wild pitch, the Mustangs are on the board. 2 balls and a strike to Quentin Ogden. And here's the next pitch in the dirt, ball 3. And next pitch, swung on, and just under the glove of the third baseman, that is Ryder Wands. And Quinn Ogden is going to have a base hit. The first time for him in quite a few games. He has not have a lot of hits, but that's the first hit he's had since the loss at James Buchanan. And it's a 2-out single for Quinton Ogden. It could have been stopped there by Ryder Wands, the third baseman for Newport, but it just gets under his glove. And here is Bryce Smith. West Prairie looking for a low 2-out rally here in the first inning, and he looks at ball 1. The 1-0 to Smith, and that's down low for ball 2. This week is PIAA Officials Appreciation Week. Jason Nace calling balls and strikes behind home plate, and Mike Whitehead calling out the bases. And we want to thank all our officials for being here today. Without our officials, we would not be playing here today. So thank you to our officials here and everywhere. Which leads us to our next question. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming an umpire for baseball or softball, or maybe an official for track and field? Now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. 2 balls and a strike now to Bryce Smith. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Banks, and it's in the dirt for ball 3. The Mustangs scoring 1 run on a wild pitch. There's the 3-1. That's down low for ball 4. So a second walk for the Mustangs, this time for Bryce Smith. And here comes the 6th batter of the inning coming up for the Mustangs. Here is Austin Lyons. Lyons closed the door on the Greenwood Wildcats earlier in this game. Not credited with a save, of course, with a 14-4 score, but he finished it off on the mound for the Mustangs. And here is strike 1 to the West Prairie second baseman. Austin Lyons, a sophomore this year for the Mustangs. Facing an 0-1 count, Riders at first and second here with 2 outs. And here's swing, line drive, and snagged at second base by Perry Wright, and that will end the inning. West Prairie gets 1 back. The Newport Buffaloes lead after 1, 3-1. You are watching the Perry County Baseball Championship game, West Prairie versus Newport, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the second inning. Newport leads 3-1. Back here now for the top half of inning number 2. West Perry getting 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, leaving 2 runners on base and a ball in the first. So here we go, inning number 2. 9 1-2 hitters stood up for the Buffaloes after 8 Buffaloes came up to bat in the first inning. And here's strike 1 to Ruben Moreno. Ruben Moreno leading us off for the second inning and gets a bunt down. Quentin Ogden has to hurry. Cross play at first. Got him. Bang, bang play from Quentin Ogden at third base, and that is how the second inning will get underway. Now we're back to the top of the lineup. Brady Kane, Shippensburg University commit. Great pitcher. He got the win. He pitched for 4 innings in the win against Susquehanna. And Newport Buffaloes had to go the distance, 7 complete innings. And Kane, first pitch swinging, strike 1. Cole Brown in his second inning of work. Technically his 6th inning of work today. And here's a high fly ball. And this is good. Diving over there for Bryce Smith. And it goes down. This is going to be a lot of extra bases. And this is going to be a stand-up triple for Brady Kane. Making him 2 for 2. That ball was hit hard, ladies and gentlemen. That is why Brady Kane is going to Shippensburg. I mean, he's got that big-time power. He's got the great velocity on the mound. Pitches in the mid-90s. How many high schoolers can you say that you pitch anywhere near 90? Not alone, this kid right here, the senior, he throws like 93, 94 miles per hour. Like, it's incredible what this kid's been able to do. Who knows? Maybe in a month or 2, we might see him get drafted in a Major League Baseball. Like, who knows? I mean, it's possible. Who knows? Maybe somewhere around here in the New York Yankees scouter is here somewhere. Hey, I'll be happy with that. I'm a big Yankees fan. No balls and 2 strikes here to Lexi DiGiglio. DiGiglio had an RBI single in the first inning, and here he has a chance to get his second RBI of the game. The 0-2 from Brown, and outside, West Perry might be looking for a bunt perhaps, a suicide squeeze, but that was ball 1. As Quentin Ogden and Brandon McKeever are very close to home plate when that pitch was being delivered. Infielders are in here. 1 out, right around third. So this is a rare thing right here. I mean, Cole Brown he's used to throwing over to first or second base, but never at third base. That was a little bit of a surprise for him. And here's the next pitch, outside, ball 2. Definitely being more cautious here is Cole Brown after giving up an RBI single. But that RBI single came on this count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or no, the board is wrong. So somebody's not doing a good job here. I guess I'll count myself included. 3 balls and a strike officially. And there's a swing and a miss. That'll make the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County Baseball. Full count pitch, and that was tipped. I heard it from here, and saw it to the home plate umpire, Jason Nace. And it's still 3-2. That was a big break there for the Mustangs, especially because if that ball wasn't tipped, that would have been a wild pitch, and that could have brought in a run. But another run for Newport coming up at third base. Infielders are still in here with one out. The full count pitch, line drive, and goes through the third baseman, shortstop. That's going to be another RBI single for Lexi DiGiglio. 2 for 2 for him today with 2 RBIs through 2 innings. So now a 4-1 ball game. Infielders back to their normal positions. And here is Zach Bates. He had an RBI double in the first inning and later came around to score. And Brady Kane now 2 for 2 with a single and a triple. All he needs now is a double and a home run to get the cycle. And here's a big swing from Zach Bates out towards left center field, and the left fielder is calling for it. That's Jordy Ogden, and there's out number 2. First pitch swinging for Zach Bates, and there are 2 away now. Up next here is Perry Wright. He's 0 for 1 so far in this game. Grounded out to the shortstop Mason Sano his first time up. And a 4-1 ball game here in the second inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch coming up here, and the runner goes from second. Throw over to second. Is it in time? No! Mike Whitehead, the bases umpire, is saying it's a stolen base for Lexi DiGiglio. Man, that was close. I mean, if it weren't for a hop, it was a good throw for Josiah Trey, but if there was no hop there, he might have had him easily at second. But it's 1 ball and no strikes now to Perry Wright. All right, he grounded out to shortstop his first time up. But Newport now with a runner in scoring position again here after a stolen base. Here's the next pitch, and a swing, and this is going to go out to left field, and it's going to drop for the base hit. Newport's got to add on another run, and it's an RBI single for Perry Wright. You got to be wondering now if putting Cole Brown to start for his second game today might have not been the best decision from the head coach Jeff Sano, but he trusts his instincts here, and so far it's not paying off so well. 5-1 lead now for the Buffaloes, and the first pitch to Joe Davis is inside. Davis had to dance out of the way there for a second, and it's 1-0. 5-1 ball game in the second inning. West probably had 1 run on only 1 hit in the first inning. And this ball has popped up in foul territory, and it's got to drop in the bullpen for strike 1 to Joe Davis, the Newport catcher. And there's a throw over, nothing doing again. I mean, technically, this is Cole Brown's 6th inning of work today. He pitched for 4 innings against Greenwood in a semifinal. And here's the next pitch, and nice solid hit that over to the force at second, and that will end the inning. 6-4 fielder's choice ends it, but 2 more runs come across the score. And we're heading to the bottom half of the second. Newport with a 5-1 lead. 5-1 ball game here at Westbury High School, and this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The Perry County Baseball Championship flag hasn't been updated since last year. Normally there's supposed to be like a West Perry square filled in, but it hasn't been filled out yet from last year. So I guess whoever wins this has a little updating to do. But yeah, so West Perry won it in 2022 a year ago. It's not on the plaque here for some reason. And here we go with the bottom of the second inning. 789 here stood up for the Mustangs. Strike one there to Braden McKeever. And there's a line drive and base hit up the third base line. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Braden McKeever. McKeever had a couple of base hits in the win against Greenwood. And here he has a leadoff single. West Perry needing some base runners. They had a big 7-run fourth inning against Greenwood. That was really the difference maker. They needed 3 runs in the fifth inning to get the mercy rule, and they got that. And step back, and good job for McKeever to get back safely. This is Jordy Ogden. That was ball one to Ogden. Ogden is the left fielder / designated hitter. And what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is if at any time Jordy Ogden has to be taken out, now you got McKeever in the rundown. We got to hold up on that rule there for a second. Tag got the play and picked off in between first and second. That's the first out. Great awareness there for Newport Buffaloes. That's something that Braden McKeever has been struggling with this season. Bad base running throughout the season so far. This time he gets picked off in the rundown. 1 ball and no strikes here to Jordy Ogden. As I was saying, there's a swing and foul, strike one. If at any time that Jordy Ogden has to be taken out at left field, he can still remain in the game as the designated hitter. It's one of the rear rules of PECO baseball. I mean, that came into effect in 2019. So it's still fairly new. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Jordy Ogden. There's a chopper. Grabbed by the third baseman Wands and goes over to first. 2 away. The bottom of the lineup against Greenwood was fantastic for the West Perry Mustangs. Here, not so much. A base hit, then picked off in the rundown. And now a ground out to third for 2 away. Here is Tanner Sigler, the number 9 hitter for the Mustangs. And there's ball 1. Here's the next pitch, and that's in there for a call strike 1. 1 ball and a strike. I do have apologize for a second for the Newport center fielder. We've been accidentally calling him Lexi, but his name is actually Levi. Levi DiGiglio, and here's a fly ball out to left field. That is Ruben Moreno, and that will do it. A base hit, but nothing doing for the Mustangs. We are heading to the third inning. Still a 5-1 lead for the Newport Buffaloes after 2 innings. Back here for the top half of the third inning. Update our inning here. Or just a quick thing on the top of your screen for our scoreboard. There we go. And top of the third inning, Wes Perry had a hit, but it was ruled out with a rundown. And so here we are, top of the lineup, 6, 7, 8 hitters stood up for the Newport Buffaloes. Here is Ryder Wands looking at strike one. Wands had a base hit in the first and was stranded at second. And here's the chopper slow roller, and that's going to get foul for strike two. Two strikes here to the Newport third baseman. Wands had a nice play in the bottom of the second inning, getting Jordy Ogden out on a bang-bang play. And, close pitch and a good take there for Wands as ball one ball and 2 strikes. Good waist pitch there for Cole Brown trying to get Wands to chase it. I'm surprised he didn't swing at that. I would have. Here's the 1-2, and this ball is popped up. And is this guy go out of play? Yes, it will. Just get over the screen in the backstop. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right now, we have a good time for our Perry County Championship Game trivia question of the game, something we usually do here on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. Today's finals question: which Perry County sports team won the most Perry County championships in a specific sport? Which Perry County school won the most Perry County titles in a specific sport? So we're talking about, like, does West Perry baseball have it? Does Greenwood field hockey have the most championships in a single tournament? That's what we're asking for. We'll have that answer coming up for you in the next sitting. Which Perry County school has the most Perry County championships in a specific sport, in just one sport? It's a good one. Our semifinal question was, when was the first Perry County tournament? What sport was it for? The very first Perry County tournament was in what sport? It was back in 1970. And it was for boys basketball. Like, that was the first ever Perry County championship in any sport. For boys basketball, which pretty much means that boys basketball is the longest running Perry County tournament there is. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Wands taking back-to-back balls here outside the strike zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter of the inning. There's a line drive and a full count. That's going to be a base hit for Ryder Wands. His second hit of the game, making him 2 for 2. And very good at bat for Ryder Wands. Up next here is the designated hitter for the Buffaloes, Aiden Dishman. He had an RBI single to make it 3-0 in the first inning. Here he has a run around first after the leadoff single from Wands. There's the next pitch, and that's got to get fouled away. Some fans had to duck under cover for that. Under their lawn chair, some of them. 1 strike here to Dishman. Dishman had a couple of RBIs in the win against Susquehanna. And there is strike 2 to Aiden Dishman. No balls and 2 strikes. The Newport Buffaloes are looking for big things this year, and they're already doing that. 6-0 heading into this game. And there's a slow roller to Austin Lyons, and it's off the glove of the keeper. That would have been a base hit anyway, but now it's got to be an error to... It's going to be a base hit followed by an error. Ryder Wands has got to go over to third on it. Yeah, wasn't off in time, and now Jeff Sal is probably saying enough is enough. Like, this is only the third inning. We're already down by 4, and now we're getting errors and Bang bang play. And it looks like that's going to be it for Cole Brown of the day. Long day for him. Pitching change early in the third. Coming up for the West Prairie Mustangs. We'll tell you who it is in just a second. Back here now, pitching change for the Mustangs. Mason Stano, now the new pitcher. Cole Brown is going to take over as shortstop. And Mason Stano is going to give up a base hit on the first pitch he throws to Michael Claver. Michael Claver gets an RBI single and makes it a 6-1 ball game. Now, one run was unearned because of the error just a few moments ago. And stolen base. Forgot to move the camera, but you got to see the steal here. Or no. Wait, what just happened? I missed it.
He was leading off pretty far and come back.
Oh, he tried to get him off at second. Okay. I thought it was a stolen base there for a second, but nope. Runner here, or batter here is Ruben Moreno. Now a big lead there at second. Michael Clever, now 1 for 2 with an RBI. And Moreno facing an 0-1 count. And now pick off. No throw. Nobody was covering second base. Aiden Dishman at second. Michael Clever at first. 0-1 count here to Ruben Moreno, the number 9 here. Bunt gets down here, pass McKeever, and Stano has to dodge here to play, but man, almost had him there. Moreno with a big smile on his face. He was like, oh my goodness, I almost dodged that. That could have been a base hit, but great awareness there for Austin Lyons. So it's going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. That's the first out, and both runners go out to second and third. Now they intentionally walk. Great idea there for West Prairie. Brady Kane is going to get the intentional walk here in the third inning. So now the bases become loaded here with one out. That was almost unreal. A big jump and stayed in the baseline and almost got there, but Austin Lyons was right there covering first base. Great defensive awareness there. Stano didn't really have much of a choice because at the time he had the ball, there was nobody there at first, but Lions and a double play. No, ball popped down. Out is ruled at second. So, or no, wait, now Newport is saying, no, he never had the ball. He never had control. Quick discussion, and they're going to agree with the rule. And now West Prairie head coach Jeff Sandel is going to come out here. And I think he's saying that, well, honestly, I don't even know what he's talking about. Or no, wait a minute, now they're saying the inning is over. Wait a minute, we gotta go figure this thing out. It's officially a double play. So, we'll be right back for the bottom of the second inning. And Newport coaches are pleading their case here, saying that they never had control at second.
And then the next one's interference on the play.
So that must have been it. It must have been interference.
Third out, but second interference on the out.
Maybe that was it. Maybe it's the interference at second that they could not get the throw off. So, what's the score here? We see Aiden Russell is here. What do you think, Aiden? I mean, I don't know. There's a big turn of events here, so looks like we're going to the bottom of third with a 6-1 lead. Score has not changed. We'll find out for sure in just a second. So just a crazy turn of events, and Newport coaches are still pleading their case at the dugouts. And I'm surprised there hasn't been any ejections so far in this game because of what just happened. I mean, it could have happened. I don't think it did. So here we go, bottom of the third, 6-1 ball game here. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, I hope my dad is watching right now because my dad's a great umpire and he can really tell me a few things of what just happened. Dad, if you're watching, let us know on the West Prairie Athletic Park live chat here so you can tell us what's going on. But I don't know, just crazy ending to the third inning. Might be worth something to look at in the archive coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel after this game has concluded. Here's Mason Sandel at the top of the line, grounder to the third baseman, throw us in time on an 0-2 count, and there's the first out. Mason Sandel 0 for 2 now. After that ground ball, he lined out to the shortstop his first time up. Now he's 0 for 2. And here comes Josiah Twig. He walked and later came around to score. He is the only West Prairie Mustang to cross home plate so far in this game. And there is ball one. Josiah Twig, one of the best plate fishings in Perry County baseball. I mean, his fishing, his plate discipline is through the roof. Not a great power hitter. He had a couple of hits in a win against Greenwood, but he's more known for his fishing, and there is ball two. All right, his on base percentage is fantastic so far this season. I don't know exactly what it is, but we'll have those numbers coming up towards there at some point of the season. Ball three there to Josiah Twig. 6-1 ball game after a crazy third inning. Newport's adding one more run. They have scored one run in every inning so far. The Newport Buffaloes have 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. And there's a 4-pitch walk to Josiah Twig, his second walk of the game, through 2 plate appearances. And up next here is Cole Brown. He was the starting pitcher in the semifinal. He was the starting pitcher in this game. Now he's the shortstop. Quick throw over to first. Josiah Twig back in safely. Aiden Banks on the mound for his third inning of work. Newport Buffaloes up by 5. Looking to remain unbeaten and get their 4th Perry County Championship in program history. And there is ball one to Cole Brown. Right now it's a good time to answer our West Prairie Athletic Parent Trivia question of the game. Or, excuse me, our Perry County Baseball Trivia question of the game. Which Perry County school won the most Perry County titles in a specific sport? The answer is the West Perry Boys Track and Field team. They have won 26 championships in that tournament. The second most championships for a specific team is the Greenwood Field Hockey team. They have 25 championships. So that's what I mean, like which team has the most championships in a specific sport. You got Greenwood in Field Hockey, you got West Prairie in baseball and boys track and field. I think West Prairie boys basketball might have the most championships as well. I mean, West Prairie has a lot of championships in every single sport. So, I probably should have jot those numbers down for my pregame. But 2 balls and 1 strike here to Cole Brown. And there's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike with 1 out, and Josiah Twig at first. Cole Brown working to get on base here. 3-1 pitch. Nope, another throw over. See, that's something that I would like to see PECO baseball do, limit the throwovers, just like Major League Baseball is doing this year. In Major League Baseball, they only allow 2 throwovers per at-bat. So, like, that just speeds the game up. There's a big swing and a miss from Cole Brown, so it makes the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And there goes side trail on full count, and it's not going to matter. That is going to be ball 4. And back-to-back walks for the Mustangs. Up next here is Quentin Ogden, but before Ogden gets a chance, here comes the Newport coach to talk with the infielders. Saying, hey, we just had a crazy finish to the third inning, which did not do us any good, and now we're here with back-to-back walks with 1 out. Let's try to get a ground ball and get out of this. After today, The Newport Buffaloes, they were supposed to face Steel High on Tuesday, but that game got postponed. So Newport's next game will be next Thursday on the road at Susquehanna. West Prairie will be back in action on Tuesday here at home when they have the breast cancer awareness game against Waynesboro. That should be a very exciting game. West Prairie will be wearing pink uniform, pink jerseys with pink hats on Tuesday, and you can catch that game live right here on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel at 4:30 on Tuesday. Big swing and miss from Quentin Ogden makes it no balls and 2 strikes here. Josiah Twig at second, Cole Brown at first, with 1 away here. The 0-2. Slow breaking ball. Called strike 3. And they're 2 away now here into the bottom of the third. Up next here is Bryce Smith. He walked his first time up, so no official at bat for him. And there he looks at pitch down low for ball 1. Many of us assumed that Bryce Smith will get the start on the mound here in this game. I mean, it's still possible that he might get a pitching performance here in this game at some point. But here's a high fly ball and caught by the center fielder, Levi DiGiglio. And that will end the inning. Newport gets out of a jam with runners on first and second. We're heading to the 4th inning already. Still 6-1 for the Newport Buffaloes. Bottom of the 4th inning, the Newport Buffaloes maintain a 5-run lead, and they'll be looking for more. And here's 3, 4, and 5 hitters stood up for Newport. And here's Zach Bates, his 3rd time up the bat already, and it's ball 1. Mason Sano still pitching for the Mustangs. So we have one of the fans come down here talking about what happened at the end of the top half of the 3rd with a bizarre double play. I mean, I kind of agree with everyone here. And here's a great scoop by Austin Lyons and a good play there to get the first out of the inning. Like they were saying that Brady Kane was on his way to second and he interfered with the thrower, the defender at second base for West Perry, and so that automatically rules a double play. But I don't know. We'll have to check the archive on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. So 1 away here, bases empty, and first pitch swing from Perry Wright has popped up, playable for Brandon McKeever. Had to step back in the last second, but he able to hang on and record the second out. One pitch, and there are two away now. Three pitches are. No, four pitch of the inning, and there are two outs. Up next here is Joe Davis. He's 1 for 2. He had an RBI single in the first. And there he looks at strike one. Definitely a much better inning this time for the West Prairie Mustangs, but still need one more out in this inning and then see if they can compile a couple more runs in the next inning. Bad swing right there. A home plate umpire saying he went around for strike two. Yeah, he definitely did. It was not even close. We can tell from right here. And there's a full swing and foul back. Still no balls and two strikes. The home plate umpire is Jason Nace. Who knows? I might have to talk to these two umpires after the game. See what happened there in the third. Yeah. They're good friends with my dad, too. So I'm sure they'll tell me anything. And there's a swing and a miss. And the Newport Buffaloes go down 1-2-3 for the first time. We are going to the bottom half of the fourth. Still a 6-1 lead for the Buffaloes in the Perry County Championship game. Here we go with the bottom half of the fourth inning. Already halfway through this game. This game has been flying by so far. And here we go. 6, 7, 8 here stood out for the Mustangs. Austin Lyons with a line drive, and that's going to go out to right field for a leadoff single. First pitch, Austin Lyons sees, and he rips it for a leadoff single. That's exactly what West Prairie needs, especially setting down Newport Buffaloes. Apparently, for just the second time this season, the West Prairie Buffaloes, or that's going on the blooper reel right there. The Newport Buffaloes have gone down 1-2-3 in an inning for just the second time this season. And here's a high fly ball for Brandon McKeever. And there is caught by the third baseman, and that's one out. Austin Lyons stay put at first base. Here's Jordy Ogden now, the left fielder. Here's first pitch swing for a third consecutive at bat, and a jumping effort there for Ruben Moreno, and that is an out number 2. First pitch swinging 3 at bats in a row. That was a bullet, but right to the left fielder Moreno. 4 pitches, 2 outs, and a base hit. No, excuse me, 3 pitches, 2 outs, and a base hit. And here's number 9 here, Tanner Sigurd. See if he does any first pitch swinging. And nope, he decides to lay off, and he probably should have taken a hack at it. That's never strike 1. Yeah. All right, that base hit for Lions, it barely got over the second baseman, Perry Wright. I mean, it could have been a 3-pitch inning if he would have caught that. But nope, it's going to be a 5-pitch inning. And that will do it. After 4 innings, the Newport Buffaloes have a 6-1 lead. You are watching the Perry County Championship game. Newport versus West Perry exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the 5th inning already. So here we are back in the 5th inning, and the first pitch from Mason Sano in the top half of the 5th inning nails Ryder runs right off his arm. And he said, let's go. First pitch, and he got hit by on the fastball. Doesn't seem to affect Ryder runs at all. Up next here is Aiden Dishman. Aiden Dishman, 2 for 2 with an RBI so far, and that looked a bit low, but it's called strike 1. 5th inning already. I mean, it feels like this game has been flying along. We started this game by around 4:30, and it hasn't even been an hour yet. And there is ball 1 in the dirt. One ball, 1 strike to the Buffalo's designated hitter. Here's the 1-1. Swing, fouled away, strike 2.
Look close.
Yeah, that ball went out in the parking lot. I was a little too close to my car. Just a little bit. Yeah, people who park at behind right field, they're smart. Unless if somebody hits a home run there, then that would be a shot. Yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Dishman. And Sano with the next pitch, and call strike 3. Dishman didn't look very happy about that call, but strike 1. Strikeout number 2 for Mason Sano. And there's the first out of the inning. So up next here is Michael Clever. And this ball gets away, and the Ryder Wines has got to tag up this from first to second, and goes to second on a wild pitch. 1-0 to count to Clever. That's the first wild pitch thrown in a career of Mason Sano on the mound. And there's strike one. Clever, the right fielder for Newport, here in the Perry County Championship game. All right, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Double play is wiped off the board, so here's the next pitch, and swung and fouled back for strike two. Here's the next pitch. Chopper, and it's got to be taken by Austin Lyons at second. Throw to first is in time. And the runner goes over to third. 2 away now. Ryder Rollins stopped at third base. Up next is the number 9 hitter, Ruben Moreno. Laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up, so he's 0 for 1. And there's ball one in the dirt to Moreno. Moreno had a nice catch in the last half inning, robbing Jordy Ogden of a base hit. Could have put 2 runners in scoring position, but a great leaping effort gave Moreno the grab for the second out, and there's strike one to Moreno. This Newport crowd, big fan base here for Newport Buffaloes, came up strong here tonight, and they are in shock of what they are doing right now against the hometown Mustangs. 1 ball and 2 strikes now after that swing and a miss. The 1-2 to get out of the inning, and it's called strike 3, and that'll end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Mason Sano, 3 in the game for him. And we are going to the bottom half of inning number 5. Still a 6-1 lead for the Buffaloes. Back here in the bottom of the fifth inning of the Perry County Championship game, Newport with a 5-run lead, and it's the top of the lineup due up for the Mustangs. Here is Mason Sano. Sano 0 for 2 for him with a line out and a ground out. And here he swings at the first pitch. That's got to get well foul for strike one. We want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel for the 2023 Perry County Championship baseball game. My name is Alex Wall. The Golden Pipes of... Oh, what a snag! Are you kidding me? Ryder Rons is having himself a game, not just at the plate, but also on the map, over there in third base. L5 to put out, and that's the first out. Yeah. Great awareness there to just reach out and grab it. Robbing Mason Sano of a base hit. That could have been extra bases if it left the way Mason Sano runs. And strike one here to Josiah Twig. No official at bat for him, as he has walked twice in this game. And there he's looking at ball one on a 0-1 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. As I was saying, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County Baseball, here for the Perry County Championship game. There's a swing, high fly ball out towards shallow center. And it's got to be taken by the second baseman, Perry Wright, and they're very quickly 2 away here. Up next here is Cole Brown. That's 5 straight retired here for the pitcher Aiden Banks, who has been on fire so far in this game. Despite giving up 1 run in the first, he has been solid ever since. Ball 1 there to Cole Brown, the new shortstop. Here's the next pitch to Brown, and just misses for ball 2. Nope. 2-0 pitch here to Cole Brown, and misses for ball 3. 3-0 the count after 2 very quick outs. In the 4th inning, Newport got out despite giving up a leadoff single. It was a 5-pitch inning in the 4th. And there's strike 1 on a 3-0 count. And here's the next pitch, and that's, looked to be upstairs, but it's called strike 2. So now, after starting the at-bat 3-0, the count is now full at 3-2. 2 outs, base is empty here in the 5th. The full count pitch, swing, line drive, foul. A couple of Newport fans had to duck out of the way of that one. There's the full count pitch again, and again is fouled away. The Newport Buffaloes, arguably on their best start of the season in program history, 6-0 heading into the championship game, that includes the win over Susquehanna in the semifinals. And full count pitch is fouled off again. Good at bat here for Cole Brown. Fouling off these pitches on a full count. This is pitch number 9 of the at bat coming up here. The 9th pitch of the at bat. Here it is. Breaking ball outside. Ball 4. Good at bat there for the shortstop Cole Brown. 9-pitch at bat results in a walk with 2 outs. And up next is Quentin Ogden. 1 for 2. He struck out looking his last time up. Not to alert West Perry, but they're down by 5 runs and they only have 7 more outs to work with. Time running out on the Mustangs, and there's strike 1 called to Ogden. Quentin Ogden, the older brother of Jordy Ogden, facing an 0-1 count. Here's the next pitch, and breaking ball just misses. Ball 1. Here's the next pitch, and that's got to get fouled away. It's going to make it no balls and 2 strikes. Sorry, I'm having some static issues here right now. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Quentin Ogden. And swing line drive, that's got to get fouled. A 1-2 again, and smoked! Stopped by Banks for the first in time! That ball was smoked by right to Aiden Banks, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. We are going to the 6th inning already here in this one. The Buffaloes are 6 outs away from getting their 4th Perry County Championship in program history. 6-1 after 5. You are watching the 2023 Perry County Baseball Championship game exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for inning number 6. We are back here now. Top half inning number 6. Line drive, base hit here. For the top of the lineup, Brady Kane, his 3rd hit of the game. Top of the 6th inning to go, and on the first pitch, Brady Kane has his 3rd base hit of the game. So Brady Kane getting the story here. 3 for 3 for him. 2 singles and a triple. And here's Levi DiGiglio. Facing an 0-1 count. First pitch strike. Mason Sano keeping a close eye on Kane. Kane has been amazing so far this season. 3 hits for him here in this game. Against a tough West Perry squad looking for back-to-back championships. And they're 18th in program history. Newport going for their 4th. And this swing and miss for strike 2 from DiGiglio. the center fielder for Newport. And early trouble here after a leadoff single from Brady Kane. And step back, nothing doing. One thing that we learned interesting about today's tournament for Brady Kane, he is a Shippensburg University commit, and the Shippensburg University coach told the Newport coaching staff that you have to limit the pitches that he throws in every single game, including in tournaments like 2-game tournaments like you have here. And Shippensburg told Newport, from what we understand, is that they did not want Brady Kane to pitch in a championship game, which really would have made this game a lot more interesting for both teams. But quite frankly, it really doesn't matter, as Aiden Banks has been on fire, and I think that was a strikeout there for DeGiglio, so that's out number 1. Zach Bates up next for the Buffaloes. I mean, it really is kind of interesting that Shippensburg already forcing rules on their prospect when he's still in high school. I mean, that's what Shippensburg University does. I should know, because I know good history of Shippensburg University baseball. But hey, whatever they do to keep their players healthy. Well, who knows with Kane, with what he has been doing. I mean, he's been getting some eyes on Major League Scouts, apparently, from what I heard as well. So who knows? He could be drafted this year. Like, I don't know what round, probably middle rounds. I mean, you got like 40 rounds in Major League Baseball draft. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if there's any Major League Scouts here today. But they are impressing. And that was a short hop to first. And I think it was more level. It would have been close. Kane able to slide back in. And here's the swing, and that's fouled back. Zach Bates now facing a 1-ball and 2-strike count. Like, that does make it has to be an interesting decision, Wade. If you get drafted in Major League Baseball, but at the same time you're committed to a college, like, it has to be a tough decision. Just look at Kyler Murray. Like, he was a star baseball player in high school, and he got drafted in the first round by the Oakland Athletics. But he turned it down to play football, and now he's starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. So it can be interesting. Like, if it were me, if I was drafting him, like, maybe the first 15 rounds, I would go for it. Still 1-ball and 2 strikes. And next pitch, line drive, and that's got to get foul. Still 1-ball and 2 strikes to Zach Bates. Brady Kane at first. And another throw over. Mason Sano, the son of West Prairie head coach Jeff Sano, keeping a close eye on Brady Kane. Who knows, maybe a young major league prospect in the making right there. And swing and a miss, back-to-back Ks for Mason Sano. That's strikeout number 5 for him, and they're 2 away now. So up next here is Perry Wright. 1 for 3 for him. He had an RBI single in the second inning. And Brady Kane taking off for second. A good throw and safe. Great jump there for Brady Kane. That's a stolen base for him. That was ball 1 to Perry Wright. now another runner in scoring position. And here's the next pitch in the dirt, blocked by Josiah Twig, and it gets too far away, but Brady Kane was already all over getting ready for third base, and that's going to be ruled a wild pitch. 2 balls and no strikes to right. Another run potentially for the Buffaloes at third base. The 2-0, down low, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes here to Perry Wright. And again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. And there's ball 4. Ball gets away a little bit from Josiah Twig, but no advancement from third base. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Perry Wright. And now Newport has runners at the corners here with 2 outs. Up next here is Joe Davis. He's 1 for 3. He had an RBI single in the first. Later came around to score. And runners at first and third with 2 outs. And first pitch swinging from Davis is high up. Austin Lyons calling for it. He makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Buffaloes leaves 2 runners on base. And we're going to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 6 outs remaining for the West Prairie Mustangs, down by 5. New pitcher coming up for the Newport Buffaloes as number 25, Zach Bates, comes over from first base to take over on the mound. New first baseman is Ryder Wands, and third base is Ty Harrison. And Aiden Banks is now out in right field. So that was the defensive substitutions. And Bryce Smith is looking at a 2-0 count, becoming the first batter to face Zach Bates. And Banks, a great performance for him, only giving up 1 run through 5 innings. That was back in the first inning. And swing and miss on a 2-0 count. The Mustangs needing 5 runs, and Newport is 6 outs away from winning their 4th Perry County Championship in program history. Here's the swing, ruled dead at the plate, so 2 balls and 2 strikes here. If you're West Prairie right now, you're desperately looking for base runners here, and there's ball 3. That is something that we have known Coach Jeff Stano throughout the years in late game situations like these. Nothing fancy, just need to get on base in any way you can. Get a walk, get a hit, take a pitch if you have to. Take one for the team, and there is ball 4, and that's exactly what West Prairie needs. Our leadoff base runner down by 5 in the late stages of the game. Up next here is Austin Lyons. 1 for 2 for him. He led off the 4th inning with a leadoff single. So he'll look to do that here again, and there is ball 1. Austin Lyons, sophomore for the Mustangs. He had a base hit on the first pitch he saw in the 4th inning. And there's ball 2. Better plate discipline this time for the Mustangs, starting in the 6th inning, but still leaving work to do. Leadoff runner on first, after the leadoff walk on a full count pitch. Here's the 2-0, and that's down low, strike 1. West Prairie dugout making some noise for Austin Lyons. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Out of the way, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 here. And that is ball 4. Back-to-back walks here for the Mustangs. Off the arm of Zach Bates, his first 2 batters he sees, and he walks both of them. Could be a big turnaround coming up for the Mustangs, but still work need to be done. Here is Braden McKeever, the first baseman for the Mustangs. 1 for 2 for him. He led off the 2nd inning with a base hit, and he was picked off in the rundown for the first out of the 2nd inning. Here he faces ball 1. And so it's a bump, pulls it back, strike 1. Yeah, I don't know why you try to bunt there, but you're down by 5. You definitely want runners in scoring position for sure, which that would have done if he laid it down, but you need all the runners you can get. The 1-1 pitch from Bates is in there for strike 2. First time a West Prairie batter in this inning is behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitcher ahead in the count, 1 and 2. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt, ball 2. Here is the 2-2 pitch, line drive, base hit out to center field. Going bouncing around, but the Mustangs wisely going station to station. It's a single, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. West Prairie fans up here agreeing with the Mustangs base running here. Take one at a time. Nothing fancy. Down by 5. Here is Jordy Ogden. He's 0 for 2. McKeever now 2 for 3 in the game, and Ogden facing ball 1. Here's the next pitch in there, called strike 1. This could be the big inning that Wes Perry has been waiting for. Bases are loaded with nobody out. And there's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the Wes Perry left fielder / designated hitter. Looking to keep the rally going. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Ogden now 0 for 3. And there's the first out. Still bases loaded. Now for Tanner Sigler. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to the left field his first time in the second. And he grounded out to the pitcher to end the 4th inning. And there is strike 1. Tanner Sigler, the center fielder, looking for a big opportunity here. Ground ball. This could be 2, 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. That was played to perfection. The Mustangs had the bases loaded with nobody out, and just like that, they get the strikeout and a double play on the second pitch thrown to Tanner Sigler. We are going to the 7th inning of this one. Newport maintaining a 6-1 lead. Seventh inning of the 2023 Perry County Championship game. And it's 6, 7, 8 hitters. Ryder runs, swinging the first pitch, gets out and drops out in right field for a base hit. First pitch swinging, and Ryder runs has his 3rd hit of the game, making him 3 for 3. He was hit by a pitch last time on the first pitch. Here on the first pitch, he swings for a base hit. Up next here is Aiden Dishman. The Buffaloes looking for some insurance runs in the 7th inning of this one. That was ball 1 to Aiden Dishman, the designated hitter. 2 for 3 for him. He struck out looking his last time up. Yes, 2 singles and an RBI. And he swings back at that one for strike 1. It has been a roller coaster of a season so far for the West Prairie Mustangs. Getting a big win in their home opener, actually the season opener at home against the Big Spring Bulldogs. Then dropping some very tough games against Shippensburg and James Buchanan and Bowling Springs. In the mid-pen Colonial Division action. Here's a ground ball, not a chance. I double play for the first, and oh my goodness, a collision there at first base. After the play was made, and McKeever looks to be okay, as well as Dishman. So it's a ground out. Wands goes over to second on the play. And now quick timeout to make sure that McKeever is okay, and he is. So it says play on, let's go, I'm okay. I play football too. I don't think he does. I don't think he plays football either. I mean, I guess he could. I don't know. He just took a big tackle there at first base. Here's Michael Clever now. 1 for 3 for him. He has an RBI double in the third. And there's strike one. Mason Stano trying to keep the score exactly where it is. Hangs to the bottom of the seventh. There's ball one. One thing is for sure, you definitely want to get the next two batters out so Newport doesn't get the top of the lineup back up for Brady Kane. And here's the next pitch. And, ooh, that's in there for call strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And next pitch, swing and a miss. That is strike 3, tipped into the catcher's glove. Good job for Josiah Trick to hang on to it. And there are 2 away now. Definitely want to get this last batter out. Here's Ruben Moreno. 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt in the third inning. He struck out looking his last time up. 2 outs with a runner on second. And there's ball one. If this score holds up, Aiden Banks will get the win on the mound for the Buffaloes. Mason Santa has been solid despite giving up 1 run in the third. And there's a swing and a miss from Moreno. Newport will have a little bit of a break after this game. They will be back on the road on Thursday for their next game at Susquehanna in a Tri-Valley League matchup. And West Prairie will be back at home on Tuesday for a breast cancer awareness game against the Waynesboro Indians. And there is strike 2 to Moreno. One thing you definitely want to do here if you're the Mustangs, you want to get this batter out because you don't want to face Brady Kane again at the top of the lineup. I mean, he has been red hot in this game. Next pitch, swing and a miss. That's exactly what West Prairie needed. Back-to-back case for Mason Sano. And last chance coming out for the Mustangs, down by 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. You are watching the Perry County Baseball Championship game exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. Last chance coming out for the Mustangs, bottom of the 7th coming up. Last chance coming up for the West Prairie Mustangs, down by 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. As the top of the lineup due up for the Mustangs. As here is Mason Sano looking at strike one. Sano 0 for 3 for him today. Needing to get on base in any way he can against a Newport pitching that has been on fire in this game. Despite giving up 1 run in the first inning, it has been all Newport ever since. And there is strike 2 to the Mustangs leadoff hitter. The Buffaloes are 3 outs away from getting their 4th Perry County Championship and their 2nd in 3 years. And that ball was fouled away. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. We encourage everyone to stick around for the Perry County Tournament post-game report. We'll have all the final stats for you. As well as the trophy presentation. Here for the Perry County Tournament. There is ball 2 to Mason Sano. Mason Sano 0 for 3. A line out, 2 line outs actually, and a ground ball. And there is ball 3, a full count to the West Prairie leadoff hitter, Mason Sano. 3 balls and 2 strikes, I believe. The scoreboard says 2 and 2. And there's ball 4. So West Prairie getting the job done, but not quite. I mean, got a job done for the first baseman, for the first batter. So the leadoff runner is on. And up next is Josiah Twig. He popped out to the second baseman his last time. He walked twice in this game. He's the only West Prairie player to score in this game. And there's strike 1 to the senior catcher, Josiah Twig. The 0-1 in the dirt. I mean, a 5-run lead might be a safe lead for a lot of teams, but not against the Mustangs. And there's a swing and fouled away, strike 2. Here is the next pitch, and chopper, foul. Two balls and 2 strikes to Josiah Twig. The next pitch, chopper, and fair off the first baseman once. And is that... No, ruled it foul. Wire Wands touched it in foul territory. That's another rule that we were explaining earlier, that if a player hits the ball, if he touches the ball, then it goes foul, then that's a fair ball. But at that time, Ryder Wands touched it in foul ground. So foul ball still 2-2. Sano off to the races. This ball's hit hard by Twig and it's going to be caught. Levi DeGiglio. And Mason Sano had to run back in a hurry to get to first base. Luckily for him, the throw was offline, but a fantastic play there for Levi DeGiglio, and the Buffaloes are now 2 outs away. What a great play there for Levi DeGiglio out in center field. Robbed Josiah Twig of a base hit. And up next here is Cole Brown. Cole Brown facing 1-0. He is 0 for 1. He walked twice in his last 2 plate appearances. He grounded out to shortstop his first time. Newport ended the 6th inning with a double play, and that's what the Buffaloes are looking to do again right here. Go Brown, next pitch, down low, 2-0. Good strategy there for Zach Bates to keep the ball low in the strike zone and perhaps get a double play ball to win the Perry County Championship here in the bottom of the 7th. And runner goes. And they're just going to let Mason Sano go down, up by 5. I mean, yeah, you might as well just give him a free pass. He's not really a big runner there. 3-0 here. Mason Sano steals second on a free pass. Cole Brown facing a 3-0 pitch, and that's in there for a call strike 1. And timeout off the plate. Home plate umpire Jason Nace saying, hey, slow down a little bit. Now you can throw this pitch. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's in the dirt, ball 4. So still needing some work to do, but the Mustangs have runners at first and second with only 1 out. Up next here is Quentin Ogden. Ogden, he had Bates hit in the first. 1 for 3 so far in this game. Ogden with a big time power, and here's the first pitch to him, and it's in the dirt for ball 1. Here's the next pitch, and that's in there, called strike 1. And, ooh, this ball was job played and got the tip off his helmet there. It did. It sounded like a double hit too, but I think one hit was off the bat and the other was off the helmet, like the very edge of the helmet. And nonetheless, it's a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there is ball 2. Both runners advancing. Stolen base here for Sano and Brown. A double steal to put 2 runners in scoring position. And a base hit will make this a much more formidable comeback effort for the Mustangs. Here's ball 2. Or excuse me, that's ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Quentin Ogden. A full count pitch, and chopped and not hung on by the catcher. If the catcher for Newport, Joe Davis, hung on to that, that would have been strike 3, and there would have been 2 outs. But Westbury giving an extra life here. 3-2. Once again, coming up from base, and it's a line drive on the second ever base hit, and it gets past the left fielder, and it's going to be extra bases. Ogden off to races for second. It's a 2-run double for Quentin Ogden, and it's now a 3-run game. Gonna have a pinch runner coming up here for Quentin Ogden. As the Mustangs are now in business here. Number 11, Dakota Winner, is pinch running for Quentin Ogden. Now a 6-3 ball game. All with 1 out, runner on second after the double. And here's Bryce Smith. He walked twice in this game. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And there's the first pitch strike, high in the strike zone. High in the strike zone there for Bryce Smith. First 2 runs scored The first run scored for the Mustangs since the first inning. And there's a swing and a miss from Smith. No balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Smith, the junior for the Mustangs. The 0-2 and call strike 3, and the Buffaloes are 1 out away. Last chance here on out for the Mustangs. Here is Austin Lyons. A base hit will most likely make a 2-run deficit, and there's call strike 1. It did look a little bit high there, but it's called strike 1 by Jason Nace. Keeping a close eye at the runner at second, and there's ball 1. And there's ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Austin Lyons. Here's the next pitch, up high, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. West Point dugout getting loud here. 3-1, ball 4. And now the tying run is coming to the plate. Here is Braden McKeever. McKeever, 2 for 3 in this game so far. And looks like we're going to have a timeout here for Newport coach. Talk out with a potential tying run coming up to the plate. Yeah, I'm telling you, right? I mean, you got a 5-run lead hanging into this final half of the inning, and now you gotta give up a 2-run double to Quinn Ogden. Now you have to tying run at the plate. I mean, pressure is starting to build on the Newport Buffaloes. Yeah, you know. So here we go. Braden McKeever. Normally we see him as the designated hitter. He is the first baseman here, and the first baseman sees ball 1 in the dirt. This could be big for the Mustangs. They had a big inning against Greenwood in the 5th inning. Here they're looking for in the 7th. And there's ball 2. The tying run is at the plate. The 2-0 from Bates. Low, strike 1. Right at the knees for Brandon McKeever. Jordy Ogden is on deck if he can get an opportunity. The 2-1 way upstairs. Ball 3. Good grab there for Joe Davis. 3 balls, 1 strike. I say take another pitch here. And a step back and close, and the runner quit. The pinch runner, Dakota Winner, able to dive back in. Boy, that was close. That could have won it right there for the Buffaloes. The 3-1 pitch in the dirt, ball 4. It gets away from the catcher, but it's ball 4. And now the bases are loaded. The winning run now comes to the plate. The Mustangs have the bases loaded for the second consecutive inning. In the sixth inning, they had the bases loaded with nobody out. Here, they're down to their final out. And it's all up to Jordy Ogden. And it's ball one in the dirt. Great scoop there for Joe Davis. Zach Bates having a very hard time finding the strike zone now. Back-to-back walks. And there is strike one. The bottom lineup hasn't produced a whole lot. In 9 hitters, 0 for 6 combined. And there's ball 2. Jordy Ogden, left fielder slash designated hitter. Ground ball to third and the second. A line out to left field in the fourth. He struck out swinging his last time up. And there's a foul back. The Mustangs are down to their final strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded. With 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 3. Everybody will be on the move for this next pitch. Full count with 2 outs. And step back. And Winter able to dive back in safely. Not a bad idea for Zach Bates, knowing that everyone's going to be on the move in this next pitch. Everybody here on their feet. The payoff pitch, chopper foul, rolled down at the plate. The payoff pitch again, chopper foul.
How many fouls can you get?
Third straight payoff pitch coming out from Bates. Here it is. Ball 4, a 1. It's going to come across the score. It's now a 2-run ball game. Three straight walks, all with 2 outs. And now here comes the Newport coach. Coming in, this might be it for Zach Bates, and indeed it will be. Pitching change here with 1 out left to go in the 7th. We'll be right back and catch our breath a little bit. 2-run game here in the Perry County Championship with 2 outs in the 7th. So the new pitcher for the Newport Buffaloes with 1 out to go. Up by 2, the Newport Buffaloes are sending Ryder runs from first base to the mound. And Zach Bates is now over at first base. Back to first base. And here we go. The tying run is at second. The winning run is at first. And it's all up to Tanner Sigler, and he looks at first pitch strike. The 9th batter of the inning for the Mustangs. And a big 2-out rally. And let's see if Ryder runs, gets the job done, needing 1 out. And a check swing, strike 2. The Mustangs are down to their final strike. Ryder runs, looking to shut the door. The 2-strike pitch in the dirt, ball 1. That was a good waste pitch. I think that was intentional for Wands. Trying to get Sigler to chase it. The 1-2. Jumper, line drive, foul. That wasn't too far from where we are. Both dugouts making noise. The 1-2 pitch coming up again from Wands. Here it is. Swing, line drive. Got a base hit. This is going to tie the ball game as we are now tied on 2-run single for Tanner Sigler. We are tied at 6 apiece. An incredible effort from Perry Wright diving for it, but it does not pay off. 2 runs come across the score. We are now tied at 6. And they battle around here as Mason Sano got this inning started with a walk and count across the score. What a game we have here, ladies and gentlemen. And a base hit. The winning run is now at second base. Mason Sano has a chance to be the hero for the West Prairie Mustangs. Heartbreaker. On the last strike, the Mustangs tie it up. And there's strike 1 to Mason Sano. Are you kidding me? Down by 5, heading into the 7th, and the Mustangs have come back to tie it. And there is ball 1. 1 ball and a strike. Oh my goodness. Newport fans were on their feet and now they just sat down. Unbelievable turn of events here. There's ball 2 to Mason Sano. The winning run is at second base. A base hit could win it for the Mustangs. The 2-1 swing, chopper, base hit. Here comes the winning run from the on the way to play, throw at the plate, save! The West Prairie Mustangs have come back from a 5-run deficit to win their 18th Perry County Championship in program history. What a game of the ages. Mason Sano gets the job done. Are you kidding me? And now the Newport coach has just got ejected from the game. Oh my goodness, a crazy finish. Couple rejections here on the Newport team. And the Mustangs have come from behind 5 runs into the 7th inning to win it. That is a championship game for the ages. Wow. Just wow. Happy Easter, everybody. I, now, you want to talk about baseball on Easter weekend? A year ago, on Easter weekend, on this Saturday, West Prairie had a home game against Camp Hill. That was a great game. Final score was 16-15. And here, the West Prairie Mustangs come from behind, down by 5, 6-1, to win it 7-6. A heartbreaker for the Newport Buffaloes. A lot of these fans can't believe it. I can't believe it. West Prairie was down. They were down to their last strike with Tanner Stigler, and he able to, it wasn't hit hard, but it was just enough to get past the diving second baseman.
Throw from him into whom?
It was close. It was a really good throw from the left fielder, Ruben Moreno, but it was close. We could have been extra innings right now, but instead the rule was safe at the plate. It's just one of the most unbelievable championship games you will ever see between these two teams. Unbelievable. Yeah, till next year perhaps.
Go up to 11 innings to get an all-day.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Next Friday is our next Prairie County tournament. That's the softball tournament. That'll be hosted by Newport. So who knows? Maybe we can see some crazy innings like that next week. So. Yep, you can watch the Perry County softball tournament next week, next Friday, on Facebook, the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page. The entire tournament next Friday at Newport. What time's the first game? It's I don't know. I'll be there on next Friday for sure. Remember that next Friday, Perry County softball tournament at Newport on Facebook, Perry County Talk Sports Zone page. Look it up, follow us, like it, and join in on the discussion. We'll be right back in 2 minutes for the post-game report and the trophy presentation here for West Prairie Baseball. West Prairie comes from behind and wins it 7-6. We are back here, Rattling Bog being played in the West Prairie dugout. If you haven't heard that song, you should look it up. It's called Rattling Bog. It's a great song. It gets into the minds of the other team, so they play it every single game. So West Prairie's got to have a trophy presentation on a deep center field, but fortunately for us, we can zoom all the way up there. And yeah, just an unbelievable game. If you're just tuning in, you missed an incredible championship game here at Westbury High School. The Mustangs were down 6-1 heading into the 7th inning. And the Mustangs were they had 9 batters come up to the plate. And Mason got the rally started with a leadoff walk, and then he ended it with a walk-off single with 2 outs and 2-1 count to win the Perry County Championship for the West Platte Mustangs. A crazy ending. A few players and coach from Newport got rejected at the end. I mean, it was a very close play at the plate. That could have sent us to extra innings. We could still be playing right now. But in the end, the runner at the plate was safe. Jordy Ogden scoring from second. And really, it was Tanner Sager who he didn't hit really hard. Tanner Sager, number 9 here, but he was able to tie the game up at with a 2-run single. We're still in shock. I mean, it's unbelievable. You want to talk about Easter baseball? I mean, last year we had West Prairie versus Camp Hill that ended with a West Prairie win on a walk-off 16-15. Here Mason Sano does it again. There's just something about Easter baseball that makes the Mustangs so good. Even in the worst of times when they were down throughout this entire game until the last hit of the game. It truly is unbelievable, and that is the spirit of West Prairie baseball, saying never quit. You can be down by 5, you can be down by 6, you can be down by 10 or 12 runs. Don't ever quit, and then you get results like this. The trophy is hoisted by the West Prairie Mustangs. Back-to-back championships for the West Prairie Mustangs. And our West Prairie player of the game is the Mason Sano. Did not have a great day at the plate. He made up for it walking to lead off the 7th, then ending the 7th with a walk-off single. He also gets the win on the mound. 5 innings on the mound, facing 22 batters, striking out 7 Newport Buffaloes, giving up 2 walks, 4 hits, and only 1 run. It's truly been an amazing game. So, an incredible season for the Mustangs. And officially for the Buffaloes, that is their first loss of the season. They are now 6-1. And the Buffaloes will be back in action next Thursday on the road in a rematch of the Perry County semifinal against Susquehanna in a Tri-Valley League matchup. The West Prairie Mustangs will be back at home on Tuesday when they host the Waynesboro Indians for the Breast Cancer Awareness Game. That will be our next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. That will be at 4:30 on Tuesday. Make sure you tune in for that one. That is going to do it for us right here at West Prairie High School. On behalf of our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, our high school principal, Corey Hoffman, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County Baseball, saying so long from West Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of the 2023 Perry County Baseball Championship Game, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. The Mustangs win their 18th Perry County Championship in program history, and they win back-to-back with a final score of 7-6. Good night, everybody, and Happy Easter!